Today I'm going to show you how to create a radar blip in After Effects. First things first, we're just going to open up a new composition and leave all the default settings as is. I'm going to name this composition radar blip. Then we're going to open a new layer, a new shape layer, and select our ellipse tool and draw an ellipse on the canvas. Next thing I want to do is I want to get this anchor point into the center of the shape. And one thing you'll notice about shape layers in After Effects is that there are two anchor points. So there's this anchor point here, and then the anchor point of the shape itself. Basically, the layer has its own anchor point, and then each shape within the shape layer has an anchor point as well. To center it, I just hit Shift and move that to the center. Next, I'm going to toggle on a position and, a scale and an opacity
keyframe.
And then I'm going to move forward in time to where I want this animation to end. And I'm going to drag the scale
keyframe
out. I want this to be the final size. And then I'm going to set the opacity at the same timestamp down to 0, move back to the beginning and set the scale to 0. So this is going to grow and fade at the same time. I'm going to select everything and hit F9 to ease it in. As you can see, it has that nice fade off, which is what I wanted to see. Now I'm going to go ahead and just center this on the canvas, and that'll help us later when we are placing this on a map. Next, I'm going to go ahead and add a loop out effect to each of these. To get to this frame, you're going to Alt-click the time clock icon. And then you're going to type out loop out and select the loop out function. And this is just going to repeat each of those animations on a loop for the duration of the composition. Next, I'm going to duplicate this layer and just stagger the start a little bit ahead in time to get that radar blip effect. Once I like what I see, I'm going to go ahead and open up a new comp, and this will be my map comp. I'll leave all the default settings, hit OK. I'm going to drag an image of my map that I'm using for this demo into the project and then onto the workspace. Now this is super zoomed in, so I'm going to scale this down and move it. Okay, so for this demo, I'm going to call out the Austin Convention Center here. So I'm going to go ahead and drag the radar blip onto the screen, and then I'm going to drag it onto the Austin Convention Center. Once it's centered, I'm going to go ahead and scale this down so that it's not taking up the whole canvas. And then I'm going to drag a location pin on, and I'm going to animate in this location pin. First, I'm going to move that anchor point to the bottom of the shape. Where the anchor point is on the shape is going to determine how it animates in and out. And I want it to scale up as if it's popping up. In order to do that, I need the anchor point at the bottom of the shape. Now I'm going to drag down the scale, and you'll see it scaling from the anchor point. If it was in the center of the shape, the entire shape would scale into the center of itself, which is not really what I want here. Okay, then I'm just going to overshoot this a hair for the drama, because we love the drama. Hit F9 to ease that in. Nice. Okay, now I'm going to go ahead and animate in another loop out effect, and this time I want the location pin to just do a little bounce up and down on repeat. This is just going to be a little bit more interesting to watch than a still pin on the radar blip. And just like before, we're going to hit Alt and click the time clock and then type in loop out. And now we're going to just get that slight little bounce over and over. And that's it. Thanks for watching.